So one typical example is when a company is trying to bring to market a transformational solution. So a solution in technology that fundamentally changes the way a customer's operation would work. So for example, a digital printing company that brings to book publishers technologies that transform the nature of book publishing itself, from print and inventory in a warehouse to print on demand, even print with advertisements in the book, custom made to the customer's interests. A technology like that requires not just the implementation of the technology itself, but a change of the business model required to actually take full advantage of the opportunity. Another example might be an environmental controls company who, instead of just selling technology for a manufacturing plant, actually wants to take over running the manufacturing operation or the environment for the manufacturing operation on behalf of a customer, where environmental controls are critical. Say, for instance, in a semiconductor manufacturing plant or in a surgical suite. In these cases, getting the customer to act actually requires a more sophisticated customer engagement model than a traditional technology sale. For instance, if you just kept the old technology sale methods, you would find often very long sales cycles, 18 months or more, with a lot of energy spent doing business analysis and fact-finding missions and building consensus amongst a wide range of stakeholders. You might also find that after investing many, many man-months into a sales cycle, you get to the end and the customer says, "We've decided to go another direction, we've decided to pass." In some instances, we've even found that your customers see you as a technology vendor or a player, and they can't get past the lack of credibility that you have as a broader solution provider. One of the other things that we find when customers use traditional technology sales methods is that when they get these big deals, even when they are successful, they find themselves in the situation where they didn't know everything they needed to know about the customer environment when they went to cost it and architect the solution. And as a result, they end up with big cost overruns, customer expectation issues, and that great big deal that was the herald of the future now becomes a drain on profitability, a customer problem, and in fact, not very successful at all. The other thing we often find too is when we have a few of those big deals, they're dependent on a handful of subject matter experts and heroes, very difficult to replicate and scale. And even if the company wanted to do more of them, doesn't have the ability to do it. The tools and methods embedded in the customer intimacy engine overcome a lot of these challenges. We use the process of working with the customer to understand, evaluate, and jointly implement the solution in a way that allows both you and your customer to fully realize the benefits of your solution, no surprises, managing expectations, and in the process, building that trust and credibility needed to grow and expand the relationship. In fact, by making these processes repeatable, we're able to more likely scale the business to broader customer bases and not rely on just a handful of heroes and subject matter experts to truly grow your portfolio and your solution set.